Hi my troublesomes, it's Miracle and welcome back to Mind of Miracle. I'm so happy you guys decided to join me today, and honey, we are doing what we do best, and that is minding other people's business. So sit back, relax, grab yourself a little comfort pillow, go ahead and pour yourself a little drinky drink, honey, because I got the hot cocoa for you. Honeys, when I thought I wasn't going to make another video about the coronavirus, I lied. Basically, it seems like a little bit of drama is surrounding this virus because a lot of people are screwing up, and it has to do with the fact that they're being insensitive to the times we are living in. The individual that we're focusing on today is Niki Demar. You guys might know her as Niki Demar. Niki actually got herself into some hot water a couple of days ago because she ended up uploading this TikTok video.
It's Corona time.
Many individuals were up in arms because they felt as if Niki was contributing to this recent sense of xenophobia that's directed towards the Asian community. In the interim, she was apologizing for it, and then some tweets many people found are very contradictory. After reading the negative response left on the video that she uploaded to TikTok and shared on Twitter, Niki ended up responding to this person by saying, "Well, I agree, but I'm also not sick. I got my nails done. I came home. Also, lady at the nail salon had Lysol wipes for everyone, and they were closing for 2 weeks as of tomorrow. Everyone is taking good action." Catching wind of the situation, Gabi Hana chimed in by saying, "Honey, I love you, and I mean this as an education thing, and not to bash you. You can be carrying the virus and either not have symptoms or not have symptoms yet. Incubation period is 2 to 14 days before you get sick. Just be careful. I get it. I don't know what I'ma do about my nails." Niki ended up responding by saying, "I love you too. I appreciate being called out on ignorance by my friends and followers in a constructive way like this. I actually didn't know that, and I feel really bad, but I at least wore a mask, staying inside all week, and gonna let the rest of my hygiene suffer, lol," knowing good and well she didn't laugh. Fed up of this exchange, many fans, including this one, ended up responding by saying, "The mask does nothing. You were out shopping. Stay home, like you've been preaching to others." Later on, Niki ended up following up with this tweet. "Reminder that this is a first-time experience for everyone right now, and people have different ways of coping. People are panicking or trying to live life like normal to feel normal. Let's meet everyone with compassion and do our best every day. That's all we can do." And many people ended up responding either extremely sarcastically or sardonically, in implying that Niki was trying to cope with this by being a racist. Niki continues, "The last thing we should be trying to do right now is create more stress online when the real world is already out of our control. Online is where we go to cope, vent, feel normal, share, and not be lonely. Some people find comfort in jokes, some don't. Everyone's trying their best." Deciding to remove herself from this back and forth dialogue, Niki actually then took the time to record a formal apology video. In line with that, she also includes a little bit of tips and tricks that she uses as a YouTuber to be able to engage with her audience. And this is the short-end version of it.
I have a lot to say in this video regarding mental health and the coronavirus, but I do want to take the time at the very beginning of this video to let you guys know how sorry I am. I want to apologize and say I'm sorry for everything that's gone down on my social media. Thank you for calling me out, because it's important for me to keep learning and doing better, and I know I can do better. And I'm sorry if I made anyone feel singled out or made fun of. Either way, that trend is not a good trend. I think what hurts me underneath all this is that people were hurt by it. I can't be ignorant with the platform I have. I was capturing content of my day to share with you guys, like always. Looking back now, I can see how I was unintentionally being insensitive. But what I have learned is this. 1, I should have never been out in public, period. Getting my nails done shouldn't have even been a priority. 2, I didn't realize how serious any of this was. I think like many of my viewers, we have never encountered anything like this before, and I think we all need to stop having the "this won't affect me" mentality. 3, I do have a platform to help spread and make others aware of recommendations and guidelines we've been advised, such as social distancing, which we should all be doing right now. I need to educate myself on all these things and share with you guys what we can do as young people to help stop the spread. 4, nothing about this is funny. But you know, I do have compassion for people that are trying to mentally get through this, whether you've been affected by the virus or not. We are all social distancing, and we all have a lot of time in our heads and alone and to think about a lot of things and get our nose into places we shouldn't. When bad things happen, people have weird ways of coping. Some people join the panic, other people try to live their normal lives to feel like everything's normal and nothing's happening. But right now we're all forced to be inside in our homes, stopping the spread.
In line with what you guys heard in that snippet, she also goes on to discuss little things about how she initially reacted when hearing the news. She first went off by talking about when she heard that Coachella was canceled, she was highly upset, and then she took some time to be introspective and realized that some people have it a lot worse off than her. And then she takes the time to speak directly to her audience, majority of which are in their late teenage years, and they are missing out on some monumental moments in their life because the coronavirus is too dangerous for them to continue on with the pre-planned activities. Being that Niki was not satisfied with yesterday's apology because it was coupled with other pertinent information, she actually takes the time to reissue said apology and directly address what she posted on her TikTok, and this is that apology as follows.
So I uploaded a video yesterday that I had already pre-filmed, which was me telling you guys how to help with your mental health during this social distancing time. After thinking about it over a few days, I realized I really do owe you guys a full-on video, and here it is. For someone like me who's been like really anxious, or anyone that's anxious watching this, you guys know that it's good to sometimes laugh at the darkness. And I know that sounds weird to people that don't do that, but the people that do that, I know you'll understand what I mean. There's this trend on TikTok called "It's Corona Time."
It's Corona time.
My one friend reached out to me and asked to get our nails done together. I said, yeah. We actually went to a nail salon that was packed. We went to another one and we found an empty one, and I felt safe going to this one because it was empty. We walked in there and the woman was wearing a mask, and I got the idea, oh my gosh, like they have masks at nail salons. Can we borrow masks? You know, we're just all being safe. And me being addicted to TikTok thought, oh my gosh, this is such a TikTok. We're all matching the nail lady. Like normally like the nail salon workers wear the masks and we just sit there, but we had masks and we were all wearing masks. And I thought it would have this like we're all in this together vibe. So we put on the masks and I filmed us getting our nails done with the mask to the song "It's Corona Time." I do also want to let you guys know I would have done that video regardless who was doing my nails. I see everyone equally, so I truly didn't see the problem till someone texted me. I was informed about xenophobia. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I'm sorry if I'm not. I understand how it looked that way because I'm taking accountability. If I'm gonna have this platform, I need to understand the position I'm in, and I can't be so thoughtless and impulsive and dumb when doing something for humor. I'll apologize for my mistake, but I'm not racist.
Now, while it seems like many people are not taking it seriously, Niki was not the only example of someone who has realized that they probably screwed up when exhibiting or expressing their feelings. And so Rich Lux also came out with a video expressing how he's feeling. First, I'm gonna show you Rich Lux's joke, then I'm gonna show you his video.
Girl, I'm at the airport living my best life. What's going on? So I really wanted to address what's going on. It wasn't until last night that it really just hit me because I very much was the person to just be like, and I'm talking about like what's going on in the world, right? I was just like, people overreacting, not bothered, I don't care. And then last night, it really just like, wow, no, this is real. I feel for a lot of people that I've met and they're like, well, I don't have a job no more. Like they cut my hours, like our job is closed for 2 weeks. I don't know what I'm gonna do. And so it's hard because we don't have control over the situation. Like I don't have control, you don't have control. It's just kind of like come what may, you know, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. I feel like I have so many people relying on me. I have to like stay strong. And I know there's a lot of like people out there who are sick from other illnesses who need attention, and there's a lot of like mothers or single mothers, and you know what I'm saying? It's like, how are they gonna provide for their family? It's just very scary time. And I wanted to talk to you guys and just to tell you guys, like don't panic. I know you keep like, I get on my phone and I see stuff and I'm like, why is that person posting this? And then like I go from like extremely, oh, that's super funny, then I go to like, what, that doesn't make sense, why, that's kind of insensitive and stuff like that. And like when it first happened, I posted like some memes on social media, like, you know, like some jokes or whatever. You know, that's just how I cope with things. I cope with it with humor. And I think that during times like this, we need some good humor, right? So I feel like I'm still gonna continue to do like my videos and write my little jokes and stuff like that and have a good time, spilling the tea and just, poking fun, whatever.
And both parties take the time to encourage people to make sure that they are paying attention to the proper media outlets so that they are actually following these rules and regulations and guidelines so that other people, not only yourself, are able to stay safe. So honeys, opinion time. So what do I think about this? If I wasn't clear in my last video when I referenced this virus, COVID-19, honey, when I tell you that this is a game out here, okay, so I'm fully prepared. That being said, initially I was actually planning my regular doctor's appointments and everything like that, because if you guys don't know, I'm currently undergoing physical therapy to regain strength back in my leg. So that being said, I made sure that I canceled any further appointments just until we get full clearance that we are able to go out and about, because I don't want to contribute to whatever nonsense is going outside. Additionally, when you're going into these necessary locations, like doctor's offices and that, you allow yourself to become more susceptible to ailments because sick people go to where sick people go to. I've seen a lot of the memes going out that Corona time, it's Corona time, that thing, and I've seen the Cardi B memes like, coronavirus. Like, I've seen all of those memes, and to be honest with you, I'm not gonna lie to you, I thought a lot of them were humorous. I think how you deliver your joke, it's gonna either hit with a certain crowd or it's going to go way over their head. And depending on your track record, some individuals are gonna feel more sensitive about things that certain people say because they found themselves in hot water before. I can well understand why some people would not feel like they're appropriate, because this is real life. People are unfortunately losing their life over this ailment. So I do appreciate that Niki did acknowledge that she unintentionally caused a lot of people offense, and she ended up saying something very monumental by saying that with her platform, she can't be ignorant. We should collectively allow people to make mistakes, because without making mistakes, people can't grow. And I'm not saying that to excuse her behavior. I'm saying this from an educational standpoint, because without her making this error, she would have never known what is okay and what's not okay. Some people are socially inept in that sense, or completely unaware of what's going on in the world because they live in their own bubble. She even says in her video that being a YouTuber, she's stuck in her house all the time. She works from home. She probably has the same demographic of friends that also live in that sort of environment. Not your regular, it's not your day-to-day, and you personally can't really connect with them mentally because you're not living in the same circumstance. You're not the same race, you're not the same culture, you don't live in the same environment. So some people are going to in turn unintentionally filter out the real world and what they actually go through. I will be frank though, I am disgusted with how the response has been towards Chinese people directly, Asian people directly. I do want to speak as a Black individual, a woman who identifies as a Black woman, that from my community, I am less than pleased with how I see people reacting as a whole. Ignorance stems from lack of information, and when people are not given proper information in reference to the origins of where this came from, and acknowledge that this does not mean that the people as a whole are diseased, it causes a lot of crap. But there's been countless videos of Black on Asian crimes, hate crimes, and it's been stimulated by the idea that you can beat the virus out of someone, which is asinine in of itself, because clearly if you are that afraid of getting sick, you would not touch said individual, because that means that you're going to come in contact with the virus. So why would you even touch them? And you can't beat a virus out of someone, because that is idiotic. But what I've noticed though is a lot of pent-up racism is coming out due to this recent back and forth thing. So I've been seeing internationally that a lot of people from Asian countries are saying very less than desirable things about Black people as a whole. And I want to just spread this message. The actions of a few is not indicative of how people as a whole respond to things. Do unto your brother and sister how you want other people to do unto you. Because remember, this surface is only skin deep. The only thing that really sets us apart besides the physicality of things are culture. So I don't think that it's proper for this hatred to start boiling forward, because I'm gonna be honest, I foresee if this keeps on going, the same thing that happened with those LA riots between the Black and the Asian community, I definitely see it going to that level again. All in all, guys, all I would want for us to do collectively, at least for my community, the small community that I have acquired for myself, I just want us to be loving and respectful for the people that we're around. I just want us to be educated. We're at a time where information is at our fingertips, quite literally. So if you're not sure, just take the time to research these things. Make sure you're looking up credible websites. And unfortunately, being in a position of power does not mean that you're necessarily giving out proper information. I'm not shading somebody, but I am shading somebody. Let me know how you're feeling. How do you feel about Niki making those statements? Were you personally affected or offended by her TikTok? How about Rich Lux? How do you guys feel in reference to him making those jokes? Are you feeling what he's feeling? And what are you guys doing mentally to be able to stay sound and upbeat, especially when we are being told to stay in our house? I want to do everything that I can as a creator to make sure that you guys are entertained, or at least smiling about something that does not have to do with this. So if you guys want a video for my tips and tricks about how to stay mentally upbeat, especially when you do battle a mental ailment, additionally, do you guys want any sort of advice videos? Let me know what sort of content you guys want to see. Drop that in the comments, or also reach out to me on Twitter. I'll probably respond faster on Twitter if you guys go ahead and do that. But I might end up ranting in the next video, because YouTube is demonetizing people left and right because they don't have the staff inside the buildings, but people have the capability of working from home. I know for the bigger creators who do this as their own livelihood, this really sucks. It really sucks. And because the algorithm is taking control over everything, it also means that your channel could be at risk for being bumped off the platform completely, and that is scary in of itself. So yeah, guys, let me know how you're feeling, and I love you so much. Until next time, okay, bye.